the likes of Ahmad Diallo will be facing the likes of Ryan Ogam in the World Cup qualifiers. Apart from that, we're also following up on what is happening at Nyayo Stadium, where the Safari Sevens, or rather the 27th edition of the Safari Sevens, is currently going on at the Nyayo Stadium. And speaking of the Nyayo Stadium and the Safari Seven, we are expecting another championship. That is the 2025 Blind Paralifting Championship, or rather Powerlifting Championship. So in the studio, or rather in the studio, we have the best to have the conversation when it comes to blind powerlifting, because we have the president of the powerlifting, the president of the powerlifting federation, that is Charles Waitherero, and we also having Henry. We're also having Henry Nzungi, who is a para-athlete. He'll be telling us more of what it takes to become an athlete, of what it takes to become an athlete, and also lifting. We're having Evelyn Kalunda. Karibu. How are you, Evelyn?
I'm fine.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
You ready for the competition?
Very ready.
To go ready. We're also having Phyllis Wanjiru. Phyllis, how are you?
I'm fine.
Unasikia vizuri?
Kabisa.
Tuko tayari kuipiga?
Sana.
Rais?
Yes.
Mambo vipi?
Salama. Thank you for having us.
Karibu, Phila Tom. And Henry, pia we karibu.
Asante sana.
Na tukianza hivi, Rais, tuongelee kuhusu a quick one on the 2025 Blind Powerlifting Championship. What we are expecting, and maybe to the person who is at home, the viewer back at home, give us more information about this championship.
Okay. We are talking about the 2025 International Blind Sports Association Bench Press and Powerlifting World Championship, which is scheduled to be in Mersin, Turkey, from the 22nd to the 4th of October to the 4th of November. This is a global event, as the title says, a world championships. Our team is very prepared. Now we'll be going for our second world championship, having attended the one that we went to Kazakhstan last year, where we managed to get 12 medals. Of course, we expect more this year. That is based on how we've prepared for the same.
Based on how you guys prepared for the same. Let's talk about how you selected the kind of the type of players, or rather the type of athletes that you're having right now. Did you guys say the trials, or what happened?
Okay, normally for us, we must do team selection, because you realize that persons who are visually impaired, they are spread across the country. So what we do, we send an invitation for team selection. Then it's an open invitation for everybody, where they come and then they compete. Then we only take the best.
Speaking of the best, we have the best. Some of the guys will be will be participating in Kazakhstan. Will be in the plane heading to Kazakhstan. The likes of Evelyn.
Turkey this time around.
This is
now we are going to Turkey. Kazakhstan.
Turkey,
was last year.
Yes. Going to Turkey. Evelyn, talk about the preparation. How you've been preparing you as an athlete?
Thank you for the opportunity. And to me, I would say it has not been easy, because I think the first time I appeared in the team, I did not perform well, because this is a game that needs a lot of consistency in it, because it's about weightlifting. And the moment you miss maybe the training for sometimes, you find yourself getting back and draining at some point. But at this point, from day one, I was in the training with my colleagues. And when it came to the competition, I was among those. I was selected among. We were like, in my category, we were like 4 or 5, and I emerged the best because of the training that we had. So far, since the selection, we've been having our training each day at Nyayo Stadium, and we're getting better and better each and every day.
You know, for Evelyn, she's saying it's not been easy. Maybe Nzungi, I don't know, the preparation, you as an athlete, how has it been?
Yeah, it has been good, focused, because we know that next month we are going for that competition, so we have to prepare well. So we have been committing ourselves to training, and of course discipline, because without discipline, you cannot do much.
How long have you been lifting?
Professionally, less than 1 year.
And then in less than 1 year, you'll be on the world stage representing the national team, being on that stage.
Yeah, because for first time I took part in that competition was in Kazakhstan in May. And that was my first time to compete in this event. Yeah.
Do you feel like pressure?
No, I don't feel like pressure.
You are ready for the championship?
I'm ready. Nayo.
Phyllis, you as an athlete, talk about the preparation and how you talk about the preparation and whether you are really ready for this. Maybe there's been challenges that you've been facing. You can even talk about them.
Well, for the athletes,
yeah.
Ever since we came from Kazakhstan, we've been training weekly, thrice, and we have been committed. We have a good coach who is following up with us. So according to me, preparation, we are well prepared. Yes, and challenges,
yeah.
I can say maybe the location. You can see some people are getting from far. The location, the transportation.
President will be telling us whether they have reached to the government or rather the Ministry of Sports to assist you on that. But how long have you been lifting?
I think less than, 6 months.
6 months?
Yes, because the Kazakhstan was the first time. So from then, I've been consistent.
Oh, all right. Rice, I don't know how long will it take for me to be in that stage, rather for me to qualify to be part of the national team. Because in lifting, you look at someone like, how long will it take for me to be there?
It depends on your commitment. Because remember, we are dealing with muscles.
Oh.
So the minute your muscles have adjusted to lifting, then you're okay. It's not an issue of how long. It's an issue of how committed are you.
Yeah.
Because you could be in lifting for 10 years,
yeah,
but you only train once in a month.
How many players are we taking to Turkey?
We are taking around 20.
Around 20?
Yes.
Okay. Last time, 12 or 11 medals? 12.
Last World Championships, we got 12 medals.
Yeah.
Then there was the one that we went for a World Cup in Kazakhstan, May this year, where we got 35 medals.
35?
Yes.
What difference do you think you guys have made to make sure that you guys are going to shine more than you did last time?
Of course,
any changes that you have adjusted?
Of course, the fact is,
yeah,
when you are in charge of a team, always make sure that slots for athletes are competitive. So that at any point, an athlete is not getting comfortable. So that if you find somebody who had gone for the last year's World Championships,
yeah,
and they've made it this time round, it means they've doubled their efforts.
Okay. She spoke about the challenges, and one of the challenges is the transitioning from their... Are you guys in the camp?
No, we are doing what do you call it, non-residential camp.
Non-residential.
Yes.
When are you going to be in a residential camp?
Yeah.
When are you guys going to be in a residential camp?
As of when we get that kind of support from the government.
Okay, speaking of support, one of the challenges is going to the training ground, or rather to the training facilities every day. Have you reached to the government though?
Let me put in some context.
Sure.
First of all, you need to appreciate that our athletes are visually impaired.
Yeah.
And what makes it difficult for them in terms of logistics, and generally for all of us, is the fact that our visual impairment means that when we are commuting, we move in pairs.
Yeah.
So that if I'm coming from my house, I will need somebody to accompany me to Nyayo Stadium. If my total cost for transportation that day was to be 200, then count it as 400. Because we are moving myself,
yes,
and whoever is assisting me.
Sure.
If now to our end as the federation, if I was supposed to feed 20 athletes, then it means I'm feeding 40. You see, that's why sometimes it becomes complicated. But of course, we make do with what we have.
Evelyn, I don't know, what made you to focus on powerlifting? What has been the motivation behind it?
Actually, our president has talked about the aspect of commitment.
Yeah.
And the first time we had the event at Kazakhstan, I managed to be in the team. When I came back, I sort of relaxed and commitment in me lacked. And when we went for the second trials to select the team that went in May, I did not make it to the team. So when they immediately came, I decided now I have like to make it to give it a trial, and this time around be consistent, and that's why I am here where I am.
Anyone who's been pushing you to be where you are?
The fact that I would want to be the best, that's what has been making me each and every time try and be in the gym and do what is expected of me. Yeah.
All right. Nzungi, I don't know, maybe about you, the motivation behind you being on that stage, you lifting, how you started it?
I can say that I started powerlifting when I was in high school. I used to do it for my physical fitness. But when I saw the opportunity to do it at a professional level, I took that opportunity very quick. So it's something that I like, and I like competition.
Any motivation behind it? What has been motivating you to keep on going, keep on lifting?
Yeah, like I said before, last time the time that I was in Kazakhstan with the rest of the team, for the bench press, I managed to lift 106 kg.
Yeah. And
as per now, I'm doing 110 kg. So I can see the progress. That's motivating me.
All right, Phyllis.
Yes.
Talk about your journey as an athlete, where it all started to where now you are. What has kept you going?
Well, let me say that I have people who have been pushing me, like my coaches, my family have been supportive, and I like the sport, so I do it as also my job. Yes.
It's professional now.
Professional.
This is where you get.
Yes, I get my...
Tries tukiongea kuhusu professional, ni sport yenye si watu wengi wanaijua. Not many people will say that they have an idea what blind powerlifting is, and ukiuliza mtu, someone will tell you, you mean the blind guys can lift, yeah? Maybe talk about the future of e-sport. Vile mnafanya kuhakikisha uko mashinani everywhere, iko ama tunasaidia watu wenye wako na kipawa, or rather the talent kuwafikia.
First of all, let me make it clear that blind powerlifting, we don't do anything that we would say it's new. It's the same kind of lifts that people lift outside there. It's just that it happens in this case, the lifters are persons with visual impairment. So talking of how we want to make this a sustainable project, and of course for posterity, it's that first of all, we appreciate that we have a lot of visually impaired persons who live outside Nairobi. So what we are trying to do is to have these competitions and some trainings in several corners of the country.
Yes.
How do we do this? Once we are able to identify athletes who are interested in this sport, we try and find a gym close to their place so that they don't have to come to Nairobi to train. Then we link with the instructors of that gym. Of course, we start by sensitizing them to allow this visually impaired person to start training in their gym. Because the reality is, many people are a bit skeptical about admitting visually impaired people in their gyms. Yeah. So the minute we've convinced this person, then we link them with our coach, whereby they will be getting the training programs from the coach. And of course, we keep getting those videos as they are training, and also we are able to help them move on based on what we are seeing them doing and the challenges that they are raising.
Do they have like a special training? How compared to the sighted guys? Actually,
there is no special training. The only thing is the stigma that is outside there when it comes to issues of disability. Because as you've just said, some people do not believe that somebody who is blind can lift. But literally speaking, there is no linkage between eyes and lifting. Is there?
No.
Of course there is no. It's just an issue of telling this person that here is the bar. If it's deadlift, here is the bar. You stand here, then do the lifting. So ideally, that's the only thing. But of course, the instructors are at the local levels, they have to improve. Yeah. Because you see, for people who are not visually impaired, you'll just tell somebody, do this, and they do. But now for visually impaired athletes, you hold them and demonstrate to them. This is what I'm saying. We need to do this, we need to do this.
I know you have traveled so many countries.
Not so many. there is still more to go.
Few basi. Umetembea. Kuna any difference that you notice that we Kenyans, or rather here in Kenya, we are not doing to support this game, and the other countries are doing that?
Okay. You see, if you compare, of course, when you are comparing, you compare with those that you would consider to be stronger than yourselves.
Yeah.
When you consider people from visually impaired people from the Arab world, from the Europes, the US, those regions have taken sports for persons with disability, not just visually impaired, to be a profession. Whereby, if Phyllis comes for training, then there is a way we facilitate her so that she does not need to come for training. Then after getting tired, she goes to fetch water for people for her to earn a living.
Yeah.
But now here in Kenya, we make our athletes choose between training and earning a living. And of course, because she has to survive, which one is going to lose? The training. Your guess is as good as mine. So what we need to do, of course, this is not purely on government. It's on all of us. Because in those places, most people have corporates, most federations, they have corporates that support them. They have individuals that support them, including, like now you just talked about residential camp. Remember, these residential camps are done in hotels and everywhere. So it's about a corporate or an owner of a hotel saying, you team, I'm seeing that you are really struggling. Can you come, I'll accommodate you in my hotel, which is closer to Nyayo House, or my hotel has a gym. Can you come? I'll give you either a subsidized price for you to do your residential training here, or I'm going to waive it at all. I'm going to waive the price altogether.
Okay, Nzungi, being on the world stage, competing at that level, yeah. And also representing your country, what does it mean to you personally as an athlete?
It is special, and for this case, I must thank our President Charles, because this is the game that he introduced just last year. We didn't know that we can have such opportunities. So it is a great honor for me to represent my country in the World Championship. Yeah.
Phyllis, maybe you've been competing. There has been competition that you've been into, some on the world stage, locally. Do you have that proudest moment that you can say this one was the proudest moment?
Well, yes, I can say that also we have the government have been supportive to us in the other competitions, World Championship and the World Cup. And also the medals we came with, they are also keep us going to achieve more. You have the need to go for it and achieve. And also our federation has been doing a lot to make this sport grow. Yes.
Evelyn, you as an athlete, being on the world stage, representing the country, what does it mean to you? Inamaanisha nini kwa your stage?
Maybe I'm not getting it clear, but as the questions that you asked her is my proudest moment in being as an athlete. Of course, just like any other Kenyan, I'm happy carrying our flag and going abroad to go and represent our country. And to me, my proudest moment is usually at the point whereby we are the competition, you've given it to your best, and now when our national anthem is being played and you're walking up the dais to go and receive your medals, to me, that's usually the most important moment in my life. And yeah.
Okay, you as the federation president, rather the president of the federation, do you have a junior team, or do you have like a talk about the system and how is it? Like, do we have like a system where we are nurturing talents, we are bringing in new generation?
We currently have some training that are running for students who are in high school.
Yeah.
And our last outing, the athlete that I would say hit the jackpot is a student from Thick High School for the Blind. He's in Form 3. He got 5 gold medals and 2 bronze medals. Those are 7 medals. Now that should show you that we are really interested about the posterity of this sport. So actually we are working on having as many students as possible, so that even when Phyllis, Henry and Evelyn are no longer there, and even myself, there will be athletes to continue this sport.
Have you guys reached to the Ministry of Sports for the support, everything that you guys need? Have you talked to them?
Yes, of course, as it is a procedure when you want to represent the country. Remember, representing the country is not your individual responsibility.
Yeah.
It's the responsibility of government to facilitate those people that are representing the country. So we did reach out to them. Of course, there is the process that is followed, and we are at the tail end of that process, and we hope that the government is going to support us so that we represent our great country.
Okay. Do you think it's going to be different from other competition? This time in Turkey, the other time last was in Kazakhstan.
Yes.
How different do you think this one going to be?
The last competition that we went in May was a World Cup, so it's slightly lower compared to a World Championship. So we expect to have more numbers. And even when you look at the competition we were in Kazakhstan, even the World Championship last year, there were not so many European countries. And so you expect this time round, because it's in their home ground, you expect to have more of them. So we expect the competition to be a bit tight, but we are equal to the task.
To the viewer back at home, maybe, do you have categories of lifting, power lifting, when it comes to, let's say, blind lifting, power lifting? Do you have categories, this and this and this and this? Talk about it. Generally,
in blind sports, we do classification based on the magnitude of your visual impairment, whereby we have those that are totally blind, they are classified as B1s. Those that have light perceptions, they are classified as B2s, and those that have a bit stronger eyesight, but they are still visually impaired, you classify them as B3s. Now when it comes specifically to weight power lifting, they are classified in terms of their body weight. We have a category of below 56. The categories that I'm mentioning is for both male and female. Below 56, below 58, below 60, below 67.5, below 72, no, below 75, below 82.5, below 90, below 100, below 110, below 125, and over 125. Those are the weight categories. And of course, each weight category comes with the expected weight that you should lift. Remember, in principle,
yes,
you are supposed to at least lift your body weight. So that if you are 70 kgs, your starting point should be the 70 kgs.
All right. You on 110 right now?
No.
You on?
My body weight is 76 kg.
Yeah.
And I'm currently lifting 110 kgs.
110 kgs.
Yeah.
That's a lot anyway. How was it, this sport, being on the powerlifting, or rather being on the lifting sport, how has it changed your life outside, let's say, beyond the sport?
I can say that it has enabled me to meet new friends. It has also enabled me to improve my body fitness, and finally, of course, for economic reasons, Yeah, now I'm I'm financially better than I was.
Than before, yeah?
Yeah.
So,
Tuna hustle.
Phyllis, you said this is what you do. This is your professional.
Yes.
How has it changed your life beyond being on the sport?
Well, it has enlightened even more people, because people outside there ask, you do powerlifting, but you don't look strong, and they get encouraged to even know about the sport. So it has helped me even in the society. People, they accept you, and also they encourage you. Even I also do business. It has helped me to start something.
No, you're a business lady now. Evelyn, maybe count on sports. Talk about how e-sport imekusaidia wewe kama an athlete, kuinua vile imekusaidia outside just being on just doing it.
For me, I would talk of maybe the body fitness, networking, as they've put the economical stability, and the fact that you are able actually, in terms of networking, when we started the game actually training in May, I did not know her. So when we met, since then we've interacted and I've known more, I've learned much from her, and from the interaction, to me, I would say it's of much impact.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bwana Rais, amesema watu wakimwona wanamuuliza aukai kama unaweza lift, eh?
Yes.
Body shape, do I really need to have that body ndo nijulikane naweza lift?
Power.
You see, what you need for powerlifting,
Power.
it's the power. Just as the name is suggesting, the power to push. You don't need a body. You need the power to push. And maybe I would also answer to what you're asking them, how this sport is helping.
Sure.
For us, it's really helping us with disability advocacy, whereby you find that somebody was just staying at home. Now you've brought them, they've started the sports. We don't only do powerlifting, we have other sports that we do. Then, in their local settings, people are starting to appreciate that blind people should not just sit there and wait to be assisted. There is a way they can come do sports, and they end up helping those that thought that they are the ones to help these blind people. So in terms of advocacy and helping on matters of inclusion and mainstreaming, it's really supporting us.
It's really support. Because of time, we need to wrap up a quick one. I'll start with Evelyn. What should Kenyans expect
The best.
from you from you maybe?
The very best.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like gold, bronze or silver. For us as a team, we are aiming for gold medals.
Nzungi,
Yeah.
What should Kenyans expect ukiongea hivi na pia uongea na Mkenya mwenye yuko nyumbani?
Kenyans expect a win, and I'm not going to let you down. For those guys at home, kindly you can join us. We usually train at Nyayo Stadium, and we have room to accommodate more and more. Thank you.
Phyllis, talk to anyone back at home.
Okay. For us as a team, we are aiming for very many medals, more than we brought. And we encourage also those who are there, especially ladies. There are those who are afraid that they will get muscles. Like there was one who told me that she cannot do powerlifting because she don't want to have muscles.
Okay.
But you can see I don't have muscles, so it is not the nini.
It's not about the muscles.
Yes.
It's about the lift.
You can
The
you
power.
can have the strength and do this.
Rice,
Yes.
you know, people are watching and parents are also watching, and not everyone will allow the kid, or rather their children, let's say who are blind, to take that journey, to do the powerlifting thing. I want you to address them. I want you to close I want you to address any Kenyans and everyone, and talk about the competition as we wrap up. Lastly.
Okay. My word to that parent that you are talking about, I would tell them that the earlier they allow their children to be independent, the better. because we are either allowing these children to be independent now and they be independent forever, or we keep them being dependent on us and they depend on us forever. So take that bold step, look for us. In all social media platforms, we are KESAVI, that is Kesavi. Look for us, let's work out a formula which is best for your child, which is custom made. In terms of our competitions,
Yes.
our last World Championship, we got 12 medals. This time round, we are targeting 20. And I want to challenge Kenyans. I've ever sat on this seat, and we've made promises earlier, and we later come and confirm that we've done whatever it is that we had pledged to. Now, how about Kenyans come and support us, especially once we make a promise and we are able to achieve it, then they should be able to support us to make our trainings and our competitions more sustainable.
Okay, thank you so much, guys, for keeping us informed when it comes to blind powerlifting, and also telling us what we're expecting, because I understand the 2025 blind powerlifting championship will be happening very soon. Thank you so much, Evelyn. Thank you, Phyllis. Thank you, Nzungi, and thank you, Bwana President. Shukran sana. I wish you all the best. Ndio.
Thank you very much.
Nashukuru sana. So guys, we are done with the interview about the powerlifting, or rather powerlifting championship that we are expecting, that is expected to take place soon. So blind powerlifting championship that is expected to take to happen very soon. So we have a lot lined up, because I understand Kakamega Homeboys, what is happening? Wamepigwa na newcomers, that is Nairobi United 2-0, na wamepigwa nyumbani in the Football Kenya Federation Premier League, that is the SportPesa League, the Kenya Premier League. What is happening? Tutakuwa naongea kuhusu, because you know what, this is the home of football. Tutakuwa na fan zone, tutakuwa naongea kuhusu mambo na football. Let's take a short break, alafu tutarudi tuendelee na mengi zaidi.